I literally forgot I was streaming. I'm drawing all day, bro. It's getting more tiring, but I'm really trying to get this done. I'm really trying, I promise you. I watched a random, but I also watched an interview, a French interview by Vincent Chansard. Very interesting and kinda scary in a way, I don't know. In fact, scary because it's just this type of stuff that happens when you start having and get expectations placed on you. Oh yeah, I also made this. I made this only to scrap it. Just the both characters disappearing. And the screen zooming in. Just like the idea that I thought of yesterday, but ultimately I looked back at my storyboard and I thought, yeah, maybe not. I think this suffices more. Like this is pretty good, you know? Then you get to the end here. And then the next scene where there's the slow-mo. I'm also very satisfied by the slow-mo. You can kinda tell. Like there's a slight issue that I have at some point. But I love how it looks. Now I just need to complete the other drawings. Oh man. As always, I'm just doing shit straight ahead because seemingly that's the technique that works best for me, which is kind of crazy to think about. I used to think animating straight ahead was always like the most daunting shit ever, and you have to be like some absolute lunatic to actually do that. But I digress. I'll just get the shit done. I just have a feeling to it, you know. Still thinking of this damn concert, dude. Crazy. Not trying to talk much. It's like when I stream like this and I'm working, it's like I can set expectations on myself, which makes me productive. But it's not expectations that make me feel kind of stressed. And that's it. got very sleepy at some point. I could have finished it sooner, but man, yeah, this is gonna be tight, bro. Ah, right. This is gonna be so off model so many times. I love not having to care. Frankly, if I would want to work for more serious production, that'd be like the death of me. One thing tells me that one day I'll probably like for real, like stop animation like for real, and have probably like, I don't know, grandchildren or something. I'll tell them like, yeah, I used to be like an animator and I used to work up for this type of stuff, and it just one up for my dad lore. But knowing the crisis that we live in today's times, it's a very it's a question in itself whether I'll have children or not, which I would want to, honestly, so I can show them love. Might sound random the way I said it, but put a lot of emphasis in this. I love this. This is a good slow-mo. Frankly, I'm really really starting to hate drawing multiple characters in one scene, because it's just so much. And to think that there are people there are productions where they just drew just so many people in one scene. There was a scene in a Ghibli movie, where there was like a crowd that took, and there was a crowd and it took like on socials they keep saying that it took apparently like a year to animate, but I don't really believe that. But looking at its complexity, it would have taken me a year to animate that. So yeah. Okay. Probably, maybe the next few cuts are gonna be like reaction. Yeah, reactions in slow-mo. Could also tween it, but it would look lazy if I'm being honest. giving this much thought. I'm just keeping it as is. It's also horrendous my anatomy gets for stuff like this. I've said this before, but this is most likely, very probably, be an animation, like a type of animation I'll never do again. But really thinking about it, I think I'd be fine with working with other people who make animations like this. So like working on just projects that they make and providing a couple cuts for them. I'd be cool with that. But as a personal project, this is not the stuff I want to be known for, if I'm being real. I have a slight feeling, very unfortunately slight feeling, that I will be known for stuff like this, depending on how well this animation is gonna do. But it's pas trop ma cam. I don't want to really do that. I'm just capable of doing it. I'm demonstrating that I'm able to do it. Not that polished with my lines. That's fine. I will admit I feel sleepy right now. Worth time to be sleepy. It's a great cut. Thankful I have this done. I want to compare it real quick with that made for Sakuga test 2 real quick. That was the moment. That was the cut that I also did slow-mo. I generally don't feel like doing the effects animation. I might have to add some debris as well. But I don't feel like it, especially for impact frames. Blah. I'm just gonna raw dog it. Hold on. People love impact frames. You could just you could literally just make an animation full of impact frames and people will mess with that so much. Just have to add Sakuga impact frame and people will latch onto that shit. Anyway, already on the tangent. Also, I forgot the timer. Stunning. Yeah, I was drawing beforehand. I actually wanted to play Rhythm Heaven, but I couldn't. I won't tell you why. This interests me for some reason. This smooth. Oh god, the music. Oh, mass explosion. Yeah, I wish I was better at background animation, because there's some stuff that this guy did in this animation that are kind of similar to what I did in my animation. Especially with the, I guess, building. No, this is the ground. Yeah. Good stuff. Sakuga, Sakuga, Sakuga. Drawing. Bulb. Sakuga. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I feel like it's been a while like this, but just really just become a buzzword. Sakuga test, my most detailed animation. Where was the thing? Maybe for the... Should I reuse Smash sound effects? Probably gonna... Oh yeah, it's when they had like those these two shots / cuts, that legs hitting the ground, like them stepping like this. Pretty funny if I'm being honest. That's pretty cool. Also with the sound design. Well, I only use Smash sound effects, so... Oh my god. Should I do this? No, I'm talking about the input frames. I mean, it gives off the... I mean, this is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Hold on, let me look at frame by frame. Also, like, this is something I'm gonna do as well, is that the effect is gonna, like... It's gonna get intensified. I think I saw a cut by Nakamura, where he does this thing where you have a character that goes very slowly, and then you have like certain parts where that's the background or like something the character is wearing, like a cape that goes very, very quick, very rapid. Okay, let's beat this. We have this. Funny how I kept the grid on. Yeah. What's sort of over? Is she getting ready? I don't even understand what's going on. I was really just sketching shit, just drawing lines. Guess I don't know what that is, but I guess, man. Going back in white, and this is the uppercut, and then you have the tremendous camera shake. Why is it so low? Yeah. Another slow-mo. I think I did my slow-mo on force, which is certainly a choice. You can tell I was... Was I? Yeah, I was 18. You can tell I was 18 when I made this. Sounds condescending and kind of snarky and whatever, but I'm really strictly talking about myself. Anyway. In this case, I'd rather have him do the punch, just like in a in a scene in My Hero. If I do the last punch in this instance, in this cut, it would kind of ruin the experience. So I'd rather, yeah. I'd rather do a close-up, really. We have 12 cuts right now. No, let's add a new one. Oh yeah, knowing that, oh yeah, I scrapped this too. Ultimately, I was just not a fan of it, and I worked on it too. Like it's really unfortunate if I'm being real, but nah, I couldn't. I just didn't keep it, which means that for this one, okay, no, I had an idea. So we have this cut, right? I also have to rework. Also, he has to do a pose when the impact of the aura comes, like a getting ready type of pose. And what I thought is that after that cut, we're gonna have like some close-up, let's say, well, not a close-up, but it's like, ah shoot, controller turned off. It's like you have CH1, CH1 like this, because he just got up and stuff, and you have like a shot like this, where you have Ron like getting ready and some shit. And then I want the camera to pan in a way, like cut like this could be interesting, because all I'll really have to do is animate the aura, not necessarily the characters. Or maybe, oh my god, I had an idea. Maybe I could like do this, like the characters like going like this, and at the last few frames of the cut, I could make his arm move so it lifts, so I could make the transition to this cut. Should really write these kind of things down and post it. Instead I'm trying some other drawings. Yeah, I have to erase this. Seriously don't know why, but I'm such a fan of this cut. It's so funny. God, the cleanup process and the breakdown thing, it's gonna take so long. Maybe I'll just be very sloppy with it, because you could tell from Sakuga Test 2 that I was trying to be clean, and I forced myself to be clean. So you'd always have like some mistakes here and there, which would look kind of weird. Obviously the characters would go off model and all that stuff, but that's to be expected from somebody like me. I'm not a great artist. I'm like another strong illustrator in all reality. It appears that I have a fairly good sense of animation. and I think that's a good base. At least when you want to do a layout, I feel like people would definitely hire you. Something like that. Right. I had a lot of ideas for sorry, some projects I wanted to make that I wrote down at the beginning of the year or around December, I think. I will not be able to make them all this year, I think, and it also depends on how much time I'll have. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I just had the idea to make a Unity animation, for example, kind of tribute in a way. But we'll see. I don't even have a concept for it. I just thought, I just want to make a Unity type of thing. Anyway, now this is like an trying to make like a reaction cut. It's gonna also go in slow-mo. Wait. It is really ridiculous of me to raw dog all this stuff without many references. People will always go out of their way to just like 3D models, not to bash them obviously, but I'm just that lazy, I suppose. Okay, but however, I'm kind of messing up with the anchor here. Went on the Reddit, I know, and like, yeah, I know, but for the Pink Panther subreddit, I posted my videos I took at the concert from Monday, and I kept scrolling, just peeping what they post and stuff. At some point, I got to a point where there was somebody who was genuinely fighting at one of the concerts, and I was wondering, I was just thinking, like, there was somebody saying, like, fighting at a Pink Panthers concert is quite something. That's like, that's an interesting choice. funny thing is that it seems like a lot of people liked my 3DS video. And then I went on Twitter and I saw somebody at a concert with a 3DS, a picture of a 3DS. Somebody taking a picture of somebody taking a video or picture on the 3DS at a concert. And I said, yo, this kind of shit pisses me off, and it had like 38,000 likes. I'm like, yeah, I see that. I see why I had some sort of anxiety taking it out to take pictures and shit. And it's like, I just took a step back and remembered that one, I'm on Twitter, and two, it's so cool. And these guys are like ruthless. People saying like, yeah, I'd beat the fuck out of him if I see a guy with a 3DS or some shit, or wholly performative, oh my god, LARP and all that stuff, and it's the most miserable thing ever. When I read all that stuff, I just felt, not only was that like, this was like, yeah, I felt very miserable, and I was already close to logging out. And then afterwards I saw somebody like saying something like along the lines of, what was it? It was like raping a gay guy to turn them straight again or something like that. And then somebody replied, raping a lesbian to turn them straight again or some shit. And I was just, at that point I just felt disgusted, because they're like, these Twitter people are like 15 layers deep into their irony shit. But then I'm just wondering, it gets to a point where when does it not become irony anymore and you're just a weirdo? And just uttering stuff like this out is so strange. And I know I'm talking about Twitter, but it's like, bro, like it genuinely, it bothered me. It seriously disgusted me how people can say stuff like this. Trying to do a head turn, but since all these geometrical shapes are so complex, it's gonna be so tough. Sorry. But I actually did that with a different animation I made. It was from a lady I animated. No, stupid. Thank God I learned my head shapes like 3 years ago. I sort of have an idea of how they work. Oh, it's actually draws it. No. Hold on, man. Yeah, one thing I should consider is that I don't have to make everything perfect. I should just make a general shape of the head and how it's supposed to turn. And I really don't feel like making all the backgrounds. It's so annoying. Like I'm really not a background guy. And I thought it would go crazy to make a bunch of backgrounds, and I did some of my some of the, I guess, concept art I made in my notebook, my sketchbook, whatever, and thought it'd be cool, but it's cool in concept. In execution, it's complete hell. Head shapes always what kind of confuses me. Should definitely make like a character sheet afterwards. Well, after I'm done with this animation. Well, the keyframes. Yeah, let me just make an animation. Let me make a character design after the animation. unsure how to draw this. Usually I would have just drawn the head straight ahead to make the head turn, but in this case this is just too complicated, so I'm not doing that. Head looks humongous. Should make the button bigger. Kind of fun. Some One Piece character. Always give myself the hardest challenges for no reason. I do all that but no effects animation. actually not that complicated. It's like the animation I made of the lady. I might have to show it because it sounds very abstract when I describe it like this. Now if I'm gonna do it in slow, it's gonna be something else. Just keep it like this. Yeah, we'll just keep it like this. I'll complete it later. I feel like, to an extent, I have the feeling that I'm not doing enough in order to make the scene like clean or more concise or less annoying to work on for later. But to be frank, let's make a new one. Maybe for this one I should... No, for this one I actually need a reference. Maybe something my hero-esque. I don't have any MySpace. I don't have anything in mind. I mean, I could use JJK, but it's getting excessive. There are already enough homages of this shit. So I might as well just look for something else. Before I started the stream, I saw somebody posted a gorgeous Kuna animation, and it was pretty solid. I actually you could tell like he put so much effort in it, the background and stuff. Obviously, like not even trying to be on the moral high ground or whatever the fuck, but I had obviously like some issues with it. Just looking at it, it was just impressive to see all that stuff. But then again, it's not really my thing. So, but the effects work. God, I wish I just had somebody who could make the effect work for me. It'd be so much easier, so much simpler, and just way less annoying. I bet there's a lot of references of it, and I've done like effect work, like debris and I don't know what other stuff, but it just seems so annoying and keeping track of all these stupid damn particles, and it to look elaborate enough and fit well in the perspective. Anyway, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, first of all, I need my hero. Might as well just look up Nakamura. Gold. Anyway. It's gonna feel weird at the moment. Oh yeah, this is what I talked about, like very slow looking movement, but very detailed. I'm gonna get jumped for this, but fuck it. Like this is like slow, like if you really notice it, he goes in slow motion right here. But everything else, like his clothes and stuff, they move so rapidly. And that's really cool, especially the backgrounds, bro. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm looking for a punch. This could be cool. It's crazy he animated this whole thing. This used to be one of my favorite scenes ever back then. His background animation is also so good. I think my animation would have risen, would have risen a lot of levels if I had paid more attention to background animation, but that would have taken even more time, so unfortunate. That's like, this is some good reference. I love this as well. Christ. What I like about this impact frames is, first of all, that slow-mo of that impact. Impacts are also slow-mo, you know? It's not just like this instant thing. Like, this is nice. And I love how the compositing team worked on this. Change all the colors like this. And you have the glow right here. Show it to the compositing team. And you have this. I love this. With the crayon effect. Should I do this? The stadium. Light through the window. The fact I just noticed he really used the window cut to illustrate this. That's actually pretty cool. And then in Utah Phone Classic, just a bunch of cubes everywhere. It's a crazy cut. It's a crazy scene, honestly. Isn't there anything? Maybe this. This is also really well animated. Could honestly look up anything My Hero related, even if it's not Nakamura. Hold on. There. It's incredible. Jesus. The way the characters always fly away. This is release that looks really nice. My goodness. Yes, I'm just imagining a very, very solid build-up. The moment the fist connects, and the part where the character, the character flies away. I guess, yeah, I just described it, just an attack, like a punch. Damn it. Oh, awesome, I made an issue. Thing is, he's gonna hit him. He's gonna hit him here. Means that it's gonna fly up the building, since going right means that he's gonna go down. We'll see how I'm gonna do this. That's why you should usually stick to your storyboard. I thought about making another storyboard, like a second version, but I mean, shit. Getting sleepy. I doubt that it will be possible. God, it's nearly 4. I doubt it will be possible. But I would love to finish this scene today. Yeah, it's impossible. For that, I'd actually have to log in and be as efficient as possible. again. No, I need again. I need a preference, but I can't. I'll certainly find something, but it's hard to find something that really fits what I'm looking for. I'm getting sleepy. Really sleepy. I'm looking at my other screen to avoid copyright shit. I wanna come back, but I'd love to nap for a bit. Hey, you know what, bro? It might seem abrupt, but I'll come back. It's only an hour, but I'm not fit to animate right now. I'm too tired. So yeah, fuck it. I'm out. I'll be back later.